Hi, this is Robin Way from Corios. There's 4 essential capabilities that relationship managers need to properly manage their leads and client relationships, which CRM platforms really ought to offer out of the box, but which we found are really challenging to deliver in the real world. These include client recognition, matching, and householding. Second, access to the complete view of the customer, including products, transactions, and full behavior. 3, next best offer analytics. And 4, omnichannel marketing and sales orchestration. There's just no magic solution by prepackaged artificial intelligence, machine learning, or neural networks. This is really where human subject matter experts, augmented by experience, insight, and good data and analytics, are the key to building a sustainable solution. First, let's discuss customer recognition and householding. This is a critical but also confusing foundation component to doing good analytically enhanced lead management, especially in a context where you have businesses as clients. You need to establish the relationships between businesses and their decision makers, as well as among consumer clients, and how those relationships with your company change over time. It's straightforward enough to plug that information into your CRM tool, but consider who made these connections among those accounts and contacts in the first place. Most connections are maintained through a mix of data sources, business rules, fuzzy analytic logic, and good old-fashioned quality assurance. What you often find in an implementation of a CRM is most of these company names, addresses, account numbers, and other identifiers aren't exact matches. It's about the mix of business and individual contacts and the web of connections among them, and there's no AI in the world that magically sorts this out. Here's an example. Control Aquifer is a middle market lending account of the Central Commercial Bank located in Irving, Texas. Control Aquifer's relationship manager is Jared Baker, who is supported by Margaret Alvarez as his general manager, Helena Brunner as his merchant partner, and Nancy Blankenship as his treasury management officer. Control Aquifer accounts include Larry Bell, the controller, Frida Smith, the treasurer, and Amanda Joan as the accounts receivable director. You can see that Control Aquifer has 2 large accounts for direct deposit and for commercial loan. These aren't the only accounts that Control Aquifer and its child accounts have, but these are the largest ones. Control Aquifer is a parent account of several subsidiaries like Aquinas Fleet Services and Comedy Partners. As I mentioned before, there's no AI in the world that magically sorts all these connections out. The challenge with doing this well isn't only about making the initial connections among people and businesses. That's the relatively easy part. It's really about how to handle changes in relationships among people and businesses. This is especially true when making connections among and between businesses because they're created, merge, and turn over much more rapidly than consumer households. It's also about creating a common view across lines of business for the same individuals who could jointly be the head of household in their home, who could be a business owner or investor, or a client of a financial advisor all at the same time. This is a capability that Corios has developed for Salesforce and Microsoft Dynamics, and even for traditional CRM platforms that aren't as popular. Next, let's discuss access to the complete view of the customer. Which products they have, how much they utilize those products, how profitable they are, and especially how much more profitable could those relationships be if we allocate the right resources to them. CRM platforms traditionally only access the first tier of information about customers, contacts, and basic product information, but it doesn't tell you which customers you should call, only it records the ones you have called. For example, this report shows the current bank income generated for Control Aquifer for each bank account type, a comparison with the best accounts in that industry segment and income size, the percent of clients who hold that product, and the potential wallet opportunity for that product. This list is sorted in the descending order of the wallet opportunity. Some of these wallet opportunities also have notes generated by the markers for the Control Aquifer account. This isn't the sort of information you can derive either from the CRM or even from your central customer database. Instead, this is an enterprise-wide view of the customer, their transactions, and their behaviors, and a sizing of the potential opportunities. But of all these potential opportunities, which ones should we pursue first? That's the purpose of the third major component, next best offer analytics. Everyone can use guidance in understanding how to prioritize their limited time towards contacting clients and prospects with the appropriate inquiry. Once you get them on the phone, what do you say to start the conversation? You'd like your discussion with the client to be relevant and timely. A good way to do this is to use the information you have about the client and what appears to be the most relevant offer for their needs. Next best offer analytics are a great way to get started, especially if you don't have a deep professional relationship with the client. Narrative cues about why the client ranks or scores high for a specific offer have already proven to be really helpful to relationship managers in starting a new conversation, either with an existing client or a new prospect. The summary of each opportunity is presented in the list shown here, and each opportunity has its own screen that shares more details. The summary shows the opportunity name, the stage, and the likelihood to close. The top 3 next best offers also list the potential bank income and expected value of the next best offer, plus the targeted sales message for that next best offer. Let's explore the NBO positive pay opportunity to view its details and history. This opportunity details reflects the results of the marketing contact and response history that precede the relationship manager being passed this opportunity as the next best offer. The next best offer, or NBO, has a likelihood to close, potential bank income, and expected value, which is the likelihood multiplied by the potential bank income, as scored by a large series of sophisticated scoring opportunity routines in the Choreos capabilities to augment the CRM. Our approach also generates the selling message selected for positive pay with this account, plus the top 3 driving factors specific to the control aquifer given its specific profile. The bank's relationship manager, Jared Baker, had a call with Larry Bell, the controller and decision maker, on August 18th, during which he conducted a needs analysis and identified the other decision influencers, including the treasurer and the head of accounts receivable. This is tracked in the activity history and the open activities lists. Jared, the relationship manager, also recorded notes from the call with the controller about whether the positive pay product supports remote devices, as recorded in the notes and attachments list. Finally, you can review all of the next best offers for Control Aquifer and its child accounts in a report we created called NBO Likely to Close by Account. From this report, you can see there are about 7 offers with a better than 15% likelihood to close, which highlights for the relationship manager where to get started. Finally, not everything about a customer relationship actually occurs in the sales and lead management channel. This is the 4th major component, which is orchestration of customer communications across every channel. Marketing finds and attracts new prospects via email, web, digital marketing, and call center channels. Customer service does the same thing for existing customers. Many of these activities take place outside of the CRM environment, and frankly, CRM platforms are really not well designed to serve as portals for the enterprise view of the customer, despite the hype. Basically, customer information should not live in the channel, it should live centrally. And if we're honest about it, lead management and sales is just one channel, albeit an important one. That enterprise view of the customer is best designed and built in a central location to which the CRM platform has access and contributes new information about the customer right back to every other party that uses that enterprise view. We often build a centralized client contact and response history in a marketing-focused analytics platform. The marketing contact and response history for Control Aquifer is displayed here. The map contact and response history tells us this story. The bank sent an email campaign to Larry Bell, Control Aquifer's controller, regarding an introduction of the positive pay product on August 5th. This email was tracked as delivered without a bounce or an opt-out to Larry's email inbox by the email delivery service, and this was recorded in the MAP database. 2 days later, on August 7th, Larry opened the email that the bank sent him about positive pay. On August 8th, the bank sent Frida Smith, Control Aquifer's treasurer, an outbound email referring her to explore the benefits of a commercial credit card as a useful cross-sell for existing commercial loan clients. That email was successfully delivered. On August 10th, another Control Aquifer contact named Amanda Joan, who the bank knows as the accounts receivable manager, clicked through the call to action link in the email originally sent to Larry Bell and filled out a web form on the bank's landing page for the positive pay campaign, requesting more collateral on the positive pay product. Also on August 10th, though not tracked specifically by the contact and response history, this web request was also used to trigger a map lead insertion into the calling queue for the outbound call center to call Amanda regarding her request, since the likely income from this cross-sell with the business bank account merits a high-touch contact between the bank and the client. The following day, on August 11th, The call center called Amanda to follow up on her request for a positive pay collateral. This discussion resulted in Amanda recommending to the call center to contact her manager, Larry Bell, to have a call with the bank's relationship manager to discuss her product opportunity further. The call center confirmed the call with Larry Bell and the relationship manager for August 18th. Using the results of the call center conversation with Amanda Joan, the MAP platform updated all the next best offers for Control Aquifer and placed the positive pay NBO at the top of the list for this account. MAP updated the NBO list in Salesforce and inserted activity for Jared Baker, the relationship manager, to call Larry Bell at the time set up by the call center. What happened next is that Jared held the call with Larry Bell on August 18th as scheduled and further qualified Larry's interest in the opportunity. This is tracked as a Salesforce activity since it's directly managed by the relationship manager. After the call with Larry Bell on August 18th, Matt picked up on the change in the opportunity qualification, the opportunity activity history, and the new open activities, and inserted it into the MAP contact and response history so that the marketing team will suppress further marketing activities until the RM gets the chance to complete the sales pursuit with Control Aquifer. The Salesforce account screen also gives Jared Baker, the bank's RM, an opportunity to provide sales and marketing management with his feedback on various opportunities he's working on, as well as the next best offers and wallet opportunities suggested for this account. The activity history, open activities, notes, and attachments lists gives the RM an opportunity to track tasks completed in the opportunity pursuit, next tasks he'll pursue, and any notes that record what he's learned from the account. This view is aggregated on the account screen for all the opportunities associated with that account. Following Corios' experience, the CRM should capture all these details and factor the feedback in the Enterprise Customer Analytics engine to refresh and update the next best offers for the next week's MBO list, as well as refreshing marketing campaign eligibility for Control Aquifer, depending on the nature of the campaign. Some campaigns will suppress Control Aquifer since it's in the middle of an active sales opportunity. Other campaigns will be in direct support of the sales opportunity, especially if the contacts from the account contact the bank through channels other than contacting the RM directly. Let's recap. There's 4 essential capabilities that relationship managers need to properly manage their leads and client relationships, which CRM platforms really ought to offer out of the box, but which we found are challenging to deliver in the real world. These include, first, client recognition, matching, and householding. Second, access to the complete view of the customer. Third, next best offer analytics, and fourth, omnichannel marketing and sales orchestration. If you'd like to learn more about how to tackle these items in your enterprise, contact Robin Way at Corios using the forms on this page, or email him at president@coriosgroup.com. Thanks and have a great day.